Mamen de fia man kwata makulu asese ono so de nkomo kama sei ade abre ya ka cho se ahya afena sentino nkomo dodo na be onipa baako ne baako nkomodie se de be bitimati ne madodo na ase na febre se fatem no that yes medi eye amanyosem nkomo but for the first 2 weeks na 3 weeks of this very month ne pese edi nkomo a ebe boa ma Ghana mpunto ne kan kwati medi mo awie pe na fe baby atwitwiri ya na mentem ho ase bi wo no etimi agenchiremu ana enya nti ase kama ede ama medical aka kire se ene a deputy minister of information ya maame enuaba enimnyamfo Fatima Abubakar eba be kansa nyame ncha de wa be kansa wa no nti kire se ye be gina adwene wo enuoma ahodo a aban ye ne de ACCCC ne anamontu aban ebitu 2023 especially omaso no omo nhihye ya omo ne asrafo ene director generals ene chief executives etimi eja na sansunsanso no ede na ede bre eye Ghana ana ade na aya na mpese yeti ase o nti oso ye krado ebre sem no se ebre wo monko ade a obenya bre na watimi so afra busa ba akomede be minister deputy akwaba
yeah
afisia paso oh good meso pa ye pa se meso menya se me no di san komo new year enti mame hyasie ye be koya chika kra bi na afia be wura 2023 mu maso no 2022 muhu ni say nyoma ko se na musipese mu ekono
yo ne di kan ma menchia na menchia Adom TV ne Badwam ahwefo ne Ghana de hye nyina yaso ye Ministry of Information there obi be ka say ye ne ye PR arm of the whole government na just open aban na kasa mafo ana say bibisa eye nkitahodie opese ho bibie ekoso aban no ma ye de ya sede no na apart from eno no nso no ye wo entities based in under the Ministry of Information ye nso so ye wo oversight responsibility wo policy aban pese anase anamo aban ne pese ode sa enwumako ahodo no faso ebi ne Ghana News Agency ebi ne Ghana Publishing Company Limited GBC Graphic Communications Group and at times and Information Services Department then to anamo omumu to transformation na ekoso wo maso ye ni nyina no ade a omo chekere a omo nso so de ba ye nimu me ye nso so ye kire ya adwen na bibi wo ho esese ye de omo nkrata sem ne bi eko cabinet minister di omanim esese ye koyi nsem bia no parliament a me minister no abokojo opon kroma odi anim yetimi to sa na mo no
most of the time I na agencies e hemase no mo ne other ministries no edi ba bia no ase agya omo nyanka ase omo di hiade no enhye ndi mu wie peyosa afi 2022 these agencies about 6 or 5 year body no mo bo modern peja omo dwuma mu ni omo hyehyɛ mu kakra bo mo hare omo kakra na
emi say bibi o ha me pese me cheche mu na ahwefo te ase ye wo hwe some SOEs anasa me mfa no say specified entities anasa state owned enterprises obia ne instrument edi register eno nso so ma obia ahoden ene adwuma obetimi aye and the level of interference aban no so anasa ministry obetimi interfere for instance ye free obi authority a onu obi e friend unit ana department anasa agency omutumi no enyepe enti bibi to say wo entity be under our ministry na ya register no as a limited liability company to say Ghana Publishing Company Limited omo ye autonomous anesa efri say
omo di omo ho ekwan bia so sa
IGF ne ti omo ho ka omanamo bebre no eye omo sikasem ne bibia no omo di omo ho ena ye wo agencies being so to say graphic communication group GBC and Times although omoye owned by government no we share your constitutional provisions under article 163 164 about free press content regulation is anyama ni nyina abaya pone sa tumi ni nyina de ama NMC National Media Commission enti NMC eno omo nkita hodie no like eko deeper than ye timi ni omo ye ananse ebi ohono ma ye pese no omu di nkita ho kra na se ekọ omanim a esese eyi NMC sutre no omu madi anim de ya eden akọ na teacher no at the ministerial level na na mo na ya yetu ni bi ne say some of the entities na mabobodin no subvented e kire say e ba na eketu asem ene omo expenditure items ni bi ohonoma akohoma no efiri aban mu na eba enti no sa budget na say compensation to ya ne ho enkita ho die no ka ministry no entire budget package no ho enti ma ye ni omudi nkita ho sa ba baby to say ne me kan say be a limited liability company omo de omo ho omo an raise omo sika etu omo ho ka no beyond policy any guidance de be mo omo ene say be obi a file question in parliament aya na nkita ho die na emu pi ete say na ebi ankrofo hu na bonten say ekos
na right to information e hemase
me ba try
ana motiti eho offices ana motiti eho ase
aha eye RTI no on say 2019 ye pass RTI act no and it take effect after presidential assent in 2020 enti emrana nkasa de akekere right to information no akere to me a eye ministry of information ewom and akere to me a RTI commission ewom and to me a court enso so eye high court ewo san hyehyɛ enum enti ne edi kan no Oba Ministry of Information, one of the entities near Information Services Department. And the Information Services Department, near Dodo na nim no ye PRCD, Public Relations Coordination Division. Omo de PROs called the various ministries, ne agencies, na mo bo omo na intro ne sa niamano. Na ye another unit under Information Services Department, a friend no. ATI, Access to Information Division. Omo oversight responsibility in the implementation of RTI under Ministry of Information. And to say necessary recruitment, here fan crofo ejuma, amoma the various ministries and agencies na so be pay information na. And namuntete ya ITI ne de amomo staff no. Omo betimi a process information ama say nye exempta. Ebi nso so ne say Access to Information Division now monitoring systems say obi be request to be exempt or mutimi calculating.
So more exemptions in even the request in terms of information.
According to Mrano, any baby or India or countries or more.
Baby.
Ebi o border on the security of the state. Any information na say about public knowledge. Ebi a wo de beba beto abonten no. Ebi a wo de na uchimu no. Nsusu ye pa bi nti na wo de copy information na wo de abefam ban ho na nipa boni ni anase obi ono nso so ompe Ghana yie ne nkanko no take advantage enti omo apply for request ni na omo nim se bibi se na ho na emom ye wo RTI commission eno no nya under Ministry of Information ete say ye regulator se bi a wo be request bibi wo agency na ministry bi na omo se ye mfa ma wo emra no makwan ema wutimi petition RTI commission no I to say wo appeal ma men kan bibi o enkrofo beti ase ema commission no etimi bua say information we monfa ma asemesi ana say mefo so anamo aye information officer no etu ye say information we exempt no so wo RTI commission no so na say the omusika asem no obonyo so ana de ko high court.
I see. Mamenka say I feel no have joining a deputy minister of information in your ba the mami nim down for Fatimatu Abubakar na ene na twetwe nkomo ewo Badwam on Adom TV multi TV so mo central for din kita ho pa yi ye nkomo dodo na e bedi ba say obo aye kakra mo central for din kita ho yi pa enti na no da mu ho no mete se mate ahwe bi a obi tata central ni obi central ni ayakayaka de a onipa no fa complain mbra sa office na afi mo hwa na mo a obetime tu afa ho sa ahwe na so
mpacha da so
central for ba ho
mpacha ebi mo ko ba nya nipa dodo na aneko nti me de se wabo so se be ebetimi abo ho dawu ye hwe hu se central for bi ho no ma na obi aye bibi na ninje ho enzo so filisa amemi ni adaje amekone na police station akone na mko ni akotwe na twetan enti ono no nim se bibi ono no wo ni tumi wo no ene fidia ono te so obetimi dia bom what I say abobo na adwene ama ono so ne bo ato ne yam say in fact say me no manya justice no kra magye me de wo public enso so no sansem no ebi oho no ma enam abufuo ne oyaw ne ayi se ne esika no aya na ohwe in the public interest emwa ebi nso so oho no obi timi ka say oh ena obi atwa me unim said there's been instances obi ababe ma allegation bi ne ya mi say mo be si akire akohwe mu no na nye sa na tie na sabi yesi de bia obi oho no ma odi buebuebue obe run them na hwensi ye da bi oho no ma na bibia to no pa benam perception ya forming about ni dede nti no otiamokrasi asemesi de sa na otie ma mo ha mo enti yehwe hu se ensentrofo no bebre genuinely wo asem a esesenka yetimi sinkonwa kan ya ebeboa ma na adwuma na wo ye na ebe konkan ama ono nso so wanya ne fa ahodi obetimi de atoto ne niam nyina na nso so de ne ebeye ena se na misi kan no ensentra adwuma no omo unfettered rights ewo 1992 constitution no rights na
akonya kese pa da
yes constitution na guarantee ama omo na nya nketo amu echese wutimi free press including freedom of expression no ni bibia akekambo mu a echese rights no also under chapter 5 of the 1992 constitution by yehwenso so hunu say sabiri bia yesi obi anko kana tra obi anko tutu bingum especially in your dispensation the whole of West Africa metimaka say country mu issue broadcasting license Ghana dey number 1 or they pay with a population countries or more similar features to say Ghana in terms of population dynamics ebi okro mu ni up to 15 media houses.
Wow.
Because baby to say Guinea or more about 8 media houses, Nigeria about 15 media houses. Most of the countries or money be brisa. Yeah. Licenses they are manacred also. Me check it online. They're also crossing in Nigeria for broadcasting licenses.
Ghana.
Or my issue and look at the population that they have. And say and nam say NMC and the what to me so mbedi a year and central for asema mono. Yes, Ministry of Information say wa kohoma bia yemfa nkobwa NMC na yentimi say aso ya na say unity bi and central ni bi wa asema obekwa akodan mu enti year 2021 ye be office of the coordinated mechanism on the safety of journalists year under National Media Commission enti so ko year officer Ben Kempinski local government services premises honoma omo honum
atwata honum
omo honoma NMC staff year asoye bi ayate and the NMC say wo yen sentroni na bi obi tata obi tete obi edenensa account obi sell equipment anaso obi hunahuna wa entimi mmoa ma onye wadwuma yi a se wo call office honoma anaso wo call NMC office on be refer to sa office no wo call on be jo claim no on be form a panel no ma validate enti bia ye fortnightly anaso bosumi bia no be sinkonya claims do sen na aba yenhwe se hwana ne de ne yehwe a se asi anaso ebetimasi nti yempeja nkosro omno mbedi anim atro to CID ni all the relevant agencies semuntu sa issue yi ho anamo enti eno no beboa man sentroni na nya aboto yemu say asem to me anya me nko ana meko obi okro timi ka sa asem to me ni even me media house okra anya den anku bi amoa me nenso so nim say NMC boni chidom office of the coordinated mechanism boni chidom a beyond or no individual situation obetimi akoho amom so aboa no enu nti na okan ye Caleb Kuda ne national security issue ne bae no ni media house TFM mo petition office no na di anim bibia komomoje report on say enu so aboa man krofo anya nkranhye bi say ne
BBC kra na ye
wa hotoso bi oho men sore nkotena afidie so nka say ye nko twense kan ko ye say pinchem modisi a ye bedwa ene sa akasa ne bi no eno no be maswati enti eno ne anamontutu a ye de ye support ne se sikasem obesry support a ministry no obibia omodema ena abrebia nso ye gina simpie so anase baby bia ye nya akwanya akasa minister even in front of diplomatic kwana obia corporate Ghana yes so omo emwa bia omo mfa nkoboa NMC na office ne de we omo pesa omo se chechire no enti minjina nti
minister okofa Caleb asemba na sisi asema beto Ghana migiri se asoya mudi nkita ho wo aban komodie mu ni tire mbatirete no. What really is their issue with in fact, the musicians should forgive me. Said Millie Mickey was the Mickey Millie. Wait, watch me. Me name the no, I'm going because he says, "Obi, I say me. What is the problem?"
Yo, me say, as part of Beyond the Return, no, say 2019 year of return. Year of return, year Beyond the Return, which is a 10-year program. I bet me a tourism a home in a so Ghana ha. Ebe peja no mu a enkrofo bestra Ghana no mu di investment either aba Ghana enti saa na mo no nim se o mampanyi to kwan bebre akasa in fact ye hwehwe mmra kra be ma people from African America and as Caribbean or African diaspora and obi oye of African descent ni bia osusu so obetna obenya right of abode matina one of the session mu no mo hwehwe mmra no minim se ebi edru cabinet and as parliament mpo enti no saa na mo na aban ni tu no yato nsa afre obi a we ni patuntum ko ade a utimi ba Ghana bi ena the way city no so say obi aban so epese ye gye no ofeso ye create memories ma no wakai ni nchi o say an ye mi woska me nkotam mra na me mfa me investment bi wa ha me buy ya gye me ofeso. For 2019 ya na Michael Blackson money a lot of the Wakosi school agunansa ba he cheda mo omo ana omo adi ye ne number 1 Oxford Street ne kwa listening investment go Ghana no anya hwe obi e clean na hokra etua nka obi nu aduane oho ebrebia me follow the entire interviews on YouTube me who the droves and the quality of human resource omudi investments den eba Ghana then so abribia se ni okonsuo na ebo ehina enkrofo aye to nsa afre omo no bebre ya anwo omo ha ya ntete omo ha obi background no be ma some cultural shocks bi na se deficit bi a nipa no be ba na out of exuberance ni excitement no ebia na the way obesi act na ebia atoche kakra ma nkrofo ebi abufu aba na bibi. Now this is the situation abrantie no call Jubilee House. Dodo na anya no pe bebre ko mo ba mo kochea o mampanyi no ache om so ye ni so ade hunu ni. Mo nso mo hu dawro na mo mo an ye nchekere. Na say ebibifu e wo Africa continent isu di hia ebe ma mo kra na mo ama no ne no nkrofo abu mu because omunim say munchi ana bebi amu free buy no enye common akon ana bebi tantantan bisa. Enti abrante na baaye no let me so twa mfonyin still pictures any amateur videos because enye videos se ne modi mfidie kese etwitwa ibi ewo eye waiting area ewo ground floor of Jubilee House and now also the banquet hall ceremonies for 200 baby eye mass ceremonies no unse me na me deputy communications director of Jubilee House enti minim ehoyi enti me ho picture bi a minim baby potty free. And no videos, no pictures, nowhere from 3 places. The forecourt of the Jubilee House and a waiting area on the ground floor and also banquet auditorium. Na just a misika no. Sam for ni bi oho no ma. Ebi mu argument ne say Jubilee House yempene microphone twam for ni oho. Ye what times are ceremonies. Ye exercise discretion for ebi ampenimfo ni bi mo makwanya mo mutimi di omo. Phone era event me swearing in babusu for sanya ebetwitwa pictures ne ade ne sanya ma no na megide se na ensusuye no obi a ndwene se bia abrante no ode kokeka bom with enema foforo ye wo Ghana ha de music video na nyame ncha de ono ankasa wabo abonten abepa chew wa yi video na free ni social account so wa cheche mu se onye sure class officials no omunim se sa video no kokeka se ni their music video but the truth of the matter ne say the music kan no say ye the tone se ni hwe the potential of year of return beyond the return no na ye hwe hu ntete hu na niema ba ku mienu bi ebeto chewa the positives will be more than the negatives ni ebetime asua ne say and I'm saying new things nso so ntinyame ani mo kre eniema ne bisisi abri bia no megide se mpanyimfo timi se nkonwa okay ene ye yemfa mra we meka ho ye nya hwehwe we se enka ho na anya den
ankofa sa babio
ai na brante no nso achawpa na ode abeto abonten ye nyintum because ono o se enye esese nani so ade hu ne niema bebre ni dawro ene niema opese o ye de boa Ghana no we cry like any video no into a patch unreservedly. Nti Mr. Ghana for say obi en ho anticipating enye se bia officials bi a sanction man akwanya say oh kotwa music video ana bibisa enye bibisa na siye.
Okay, so okay Ghana for commentary na. Ya pepre ya ho dodo ana say de osi chechire mu na esese ye to ye bo ase free say ye ade a nioma bi saa no betimi asis na mu adesua ibenya fuhwe ira okoje to ablakwa o say o tweety o say all those responsible for this despicable desecration of the Jubilee House by Meek Mill must be fired immediately. How do those explicit lyrics from the President's Lacton Project Ghana positively? Is Ghana's seat of government no longer a high security installation?
Let me the statements no was some misstatements and answer false information bia nipa bebre so akanti ma menyi so akwanya we say emfa correct. The issue so you sue the President's Lacton no is false.
A false.
Pacho enye President Lacton
no
you sue Debbie enye no a ye wo Lacton mienu e wo Jubilee House. Ye wo one a yatro President of the Republic of Ghana. And no president ko event and even within Jubilee House who saw more the letter be akata so be kasa no ma
no year free
a year free
say no nyam 2 minutes wo
enye no a ene ye wo ba kwa ya cho presidency Republic of Ghana eno no yet say communications directorate na Lacton o maya say ye nya hoho bia ye bedin kita ho bia omugina eche kasa ene wo hwe ye celebrities o makoho amono ne nkrofo o maba Kofi Kingston say a lot of videos and pictures are there, evidence to show the logo say it is not the president's Lacton.
That information out there,
no the enye kre, no the enye kre. Intinya President Lacton no ginechi, and no be so me ye krano ye events krana okoye MC. Ewe events I obey you so President's Lacton no. President Lacton, even the Vice President doesn't use it. Or no pay any use it sa Lacton.
Really?
And I was looking for the opportunity say. You better clarify say yes no mixed reactions across board yesuya bibi wom na me kan say yenhwe papa no na so be mama kwanya ma minti hu nkyerɛw what we are really getting out of this year of return and beyond the return na nkrofo hu say the potential for the ordinary Ghanaian no bigger than any other thing else crampa your attention was so ye but of course especially within the political space, we also understand aspects of it. Obi cry a year of return beyond the return, and Crawford and Crawford and Crawford. About tourism, there, President Akufo-Addo wa boy jumo ni so ota okwedu anu in America.
But that is the truth. This is a fantastic policy.
So obi oha mo kan nyina na e ha no pa.
Enye de be ha obi e de Ghana be nya won faso.
Exactly.
That's what we think of now.
And so obi oha we aba na nani age to be the basis say eme ma celebrity kra nkochia president da eme ma obi ensi ho. But that is not the case. Oh man, yesterday year of return ni beyond the return. Afena wie ye nko na cash ankasa nkrofo de ewura krom ha sei. Tourist, enya Ghana for matu kwa mobile. Tourist, dear rural chrome has in excess of $300 million. I'm not talking about the entire value chain, as in hospitality for the kind of contribution to GDP. Or share drivers, Ubers, event organizers, or more Airbnb, or more ton eduane, or more ton equiaba, any fabrics, and any yama, and yenny nana maker. Meka sika nkasa nkrofo de ba be spend wa hase na sesei na me no kase as at the end of 2022 no na tourism is the third highest contributor to GDP, Ghana's tourism. GDP, yes, according to the tourism minister. Apart from gold ni cocoa, tourism contribution to Ghana's GDP arises to third from nowhere, because 2022 nkwano mo estimate say 1 million tourists na be visit Ghana. Muslims also in December. Ama say Ghana Tourism Authority more authorization say ye ho abata events way and as say no more regime bi omutimi provide directory for events GTA are approved for the year. In 2022 alone, omo approve 50 events. ni nyina ye ma obi aye sold out anya hwe kra no enkrofo de omunsuo ne omo drinks koton ho startups omo ye cocktails omo ton nduane ne bibia omo koton ho ahoho ne ba obi anso ane dan amma obi amfa ne kan hyepe amma Ghana ha kane no mesi bro nya dura obi ekọ sehwi obi ekọ ye friend sen brekum obi ekọ ye friend sen kwawu ye ko ye nkrase no ne eja akra no pan na edin cars kra nam krom since initiative we no a lot of people are coming restaurants ya create a whole value chain that wasn't existent se otu ani hwe akra baby ye bubu dan bia no mo di see restaurant and ase pub and ase bibisa akra emfaso ye nya o project hu se no Ministry of Tourism estimate say omo target of 1 million visitors for 2022 no by 2025 it be increase it to 1.5 million visitors per year tourists me say nya Ghana fo ahoho omo besra utimi kwa event bi na nipa be 50 etwa ho ahia Ghana fo be 2 ne wom ahoho nko omo to aduane omo to nsu omo je omani also the Black Star Line Festival kanentete na Ghana ye event a conference center any National Theatre na 1300 yes our event ni scale ni bi ne ye say since the year of return no it is something me call global citizen me call Black Star Line Festival me call Afrochella I mean to
well standard world class
me pay festivals and me se ne mani ehu na me di ho adanse ni padom aba krom ha pa so mo ba be spende age o mani na sabi so obi akra the $1,000 kra na be gu no bottom ba krom ha na nipa 1 million e ba ya bisa say what is the contribution of that to the Ghanaian economy. The estimate is say by the year 2025 tourism will be the highest contributor to Ghana's GDP, estimated at $3.5 billion to $4 billion
tourism
per annum. Yes, and it is happening. Afibia events, programs are bigger and better. Afrochella na only 1 day event, or more than in 2 days. And all the raves, Afro Nation 2 days sold out. People even had tickets on my intimate room. Adom na make tens of thousands. Your friend is saying Black Star Line on a more website. I'm saying 52,000 were at the grounds of the Black Star Square. Me cry no baby, and I'm war with events near about 200 meters away. Adom no me or Barbara wa me couldn't cry me to me ko enimusa. But I am saying say obi oho no or art center. Ghana for do send an ekoto aba. Ekoto kente de send kom. Ekoto artifacts, hwebri. All these places are no mere crafts near de. Nipa do send eko. Ene Cape Coast. Omo ba behwe Elmina ni Cape Coast Castle. Their contribution to the economy of Cape Coast. I'm not talking about Accra business. Na wo hwe edwadie ahokeka because enkrofo ba na eba. Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum and Memorial Park aye renovation. Omo estimate say no nko omo pese omo behu hwana na e friend President Kwame Nkrumah baby o de yesiesie ni bebia any renovations or modern restaurants na America ho no. I estimated at 400,000 people per year. Share National Museum. Unim say close it down since 2016, early 2016. For 7 years, na museum near closed down until August of last year. Within 3 months, no more raise over 400,000 Ghana cedis.
Museum. I'm
telling you. And so encountered no. But say koreho. Asphalt ho nyina renovate ahyehyɛ nneɛma. Me say aya locally no. Nneɛma bi say menya na nsɛnkyerɛfo akɔ afa cameras no makɔ akotwa. Enti me say the bigger picture is that Dubai. Nkrofo eko in droves etu mirika kono. Sabi Arabs for no moto na ankasa no. So ko bi so omo say oh, na human rights values dien mo pa hoho wa ha ne bibia. Ebia na nka individually they wunya a uniform response, but they look at the bigger picture. Dien na hoho they breed the economy of Dubai. Enti no na nkrofo and I said the economy of UAE in general. Oko baby to say Saudi Arabia. Yenya yenkramofo a ye pilgrimage o honom no. Uyi omofango free honom a eno is the second highest contributor to the economy. Mejide se baby bebre o matini institutionalize pilgrimage and asset tourism and bibi no. The contribution to those economies na are invaluable. Enti nyame adom na President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ani so ade hunu. Ese yen so so create a mecca for people of African descent and African diaspora, because Ghana has say no was the key country, and as a Gold Coast was one of the main ports of slave trade. All the castles of slave trade in West Africa, 65% of them are located in Ghana. And to say no beboa ama nkrofo pese omu omu nchi ye de omu beba amoma behwe omu so be patronize all these flashy hotels ne ohu cranes so akra bia buildings iba na ebasro na ebeboa ama these institutions betima create adwuma na opportunities am mabuna mbegidi se nkenye bone enti no nya ni nyina na ebenya no pepepe but brano no mbegidi se we are the for 2019 to we are talking about just the past 4 years na development we nyina aba enti e kono sachre bi oho ese ye she ne mabu mu kena mbegidi se aban no
okay, so non kro pepe we deputy minister of information and ye twetwe nkomo fa Ghana hono former president John Dramani Mahama eden komo bi abetudwa e ba racial for baba da ben
menim hom popo ya menim executive
proximity to the presidency and the president they say information ministry kunya we say racial for ba
so say ye hono official mouthpiece of our bind ye fast speculation ye
enya adwuma
enti bia hu so bia create WhatsApp platform bi na wachiche position bibia
ye me fanya adwuma
da bia no de enti nya adwuma ye o mampani pe ene wotumi se wo freedom se mo mebo amadwuma ono nso na wotumi se wotumi pam
but likely say bia e beba wetumi
mente hom popo ye bia
I see
mente hom
ba wo hwa bibia bitimi asia na
o da bi me de se o mampanyi na afre me ene o kase fati eye koda no anase me ko ton aduane o me choba na me ko practice me law o kase wadwuma nso so wani to aso a ba se me no kase die obi amfre me nti na adwuma na me focus so
na me che se say siana no
oh yes say no twa kwa onim se na chiachia me de me wo Ministry of Information I can speak for myself me ye madwuma ne ma ho ode betimi ebia se o mampanyi ananse obi wa akire e na ohu ne differently dey am ntimi hu ba me personal assessment de minim se me focus wo madwuma so minim se me boss no abo ko job on kroma ne focus wo adwuma
na o gidi sa asrafo ne binim o mabre I say nkese sa ma na omode mbo atosin kakra
se wedie mu ne ahonde mu asem de agye se efiri nipa na anumu
panaka
o ka so wa bra
na hwere ni so se
me hu obi a wa bre so obi se obi de ma bra me de me mre o mai me de me mre nti
so de wo ye babu na wo ji ona
de mu no no de o se wa bra ai se trade minister wa de ato
we agric minister so de ato from
nti no nti me se obi a bra no no ne te wo de
ho ni omo de tutu o de no ma bra omo so omo ko se o party no e be yi omo se frank ato from
so officially no me hu resignation no communication no and it is because of corporate franca
oh dear no ujina online pepepe no o ntra share kra na go
o mampanyin so na se o de ma omo no so and it is omo so omo de
no so we show mo
nti no de nipa de na make no widie mu wa na show ti mu na ani enti obra na o mampanyin so mo de awaso na me de me mre
mampanyin mi so deputy minister information on the ombre it is a bia obi bisa bo on the ombre but former president John Dramani Mahama I can sing bi wadaro ma menken kan kakra na fe kwa be fa so bi. It is unacceptable that President Nana Akufo-Addo has consistently put pressure on state anti-corruption institutions by announcing clearance of appointees and companies that are under investigations for wrongdoing. That penchant by the president to absolve his appointees and other close associates of any wrongdoing, as he has done with the ongoing investigation into the operations of Akonta Mining Company, is a serious dent on the already deteriorating image of the office of the president. As though proud of this honorable badge, the clearing agent, Nana Akufo-Addo, has yet again justified the appropriateness of his nickname with the seeming presidential exoneration of Akonta Mining, a company owned by a member of his political party and accused of illegal gold mining in the country's forest reserves. The shocking impudence is how and when he even did that at a public event called by the country's Catholic clergy. Fortunately and unfortunately, we are told by the owner of Akonta Mining that the minister has explained to him they were forced to unwillingly act against his company because of public pressure from the National Democratic Congress, CSOs, and NGOs. He also very alarmingly said the president called him ostensibly to appease him over government's action and that the Office of Special Prosecutor cannot touch him. This is a sad commentary for a country that has in the past been held up in Africa as the poster boy for rule of law and democratic governance. This sad development also erodes the years of hard work, which has earned Ghana international appeal in climate change and sustainable development discourse globally. In addition, the president's comment cannot be allowed to override or become a substitute for the statutory mandate granted the investigative bodies of Ghana by the Constitution. Such acts fly in the face of justice and the fight against corruption, and of course, erodes the faith of our citizens in our democracy. As enjoined by our national anthem to cherish fearless honesty and to resist oppressors' rule, we must all as citizens support the anti-corruption institutions to carry out their duties fairly and courageously without undue interference by any influences. And it's Tuesday, January 10, 2023, John Dramani Mahama, the former president, and the obvious flag bearer for the NDC for the 2024 elections. Minister, this is from a former president. Quite worrying.
Oh man, I believe, say, you know, me especially I am na me pese ye political discourse no, empempi ni yama nokre ka edi enim. Because especially na abefo mfidie ni bibia ho no, ochina bi no ne ye twa no wahwe wachi. Na waka say enti me pa na me kan sa asemu yi. Me asema former president kan is unfortunate. Me nene nya adwen. And me nene nya adwen because baby of asem ni free ye ni nyina no. It is not a reflection of what actually happened or what the president said. Or say president a clear hwanya Akonta mining. The president has not cleared Akonta mining. The president did not. Me my video of ora ononyam for kenashigbe ne question na obisai mahe also a video of the president's response and at the context within which he responded, and I am also privy to all the press statements Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources as well as Forestry Commission issue ye any Minerals Commission we issue ye bra Forestry Commission in particular this issue of Akonta mining concession and Samra Boya or money Samatex for issue it is unfair for the former president to state say the president has cleared Akonta mining and is doing this and that. I understand because he wants to be president, because he's a flag bearer, because people will say so and he is entitled to do so. But the assertion said the president is a clearing agent and is false. And I want to prove that to you today. And as I saying, said the president went to clear Akonta mining. There was a question that was posed at an event. It's not like it's the church's program that the president attended. No, it's not like a meeting on mining or anything relating to mining per se. Ora Kenashigbe raised an issue about how we are handling some of these issues. President has some kind of say, as at the time now, there is no illegal mining activity Akonta mining is carrying out. Listen, as at the time I walk on. And it is the case because Muninamo are aware, say, press statements about from Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, any Minerals Commission, any Lands Commission, no, any Forestry Commission, they had stopped their operation pending investigation and as an outcome of those investigations, which they had stopped. There were journalists who went there to confirm, say, ampa or barricade near bubu ejuma no mejai, which they had stopped. So it is a fact, say, as at the time now, Akonta mining has other legal concessions in the country which are not in contention, which they are working on, which I don't really have any problem with, if they have concessions that are within the remit of the law, and concessions which predate President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo government, concessions which were given when the former president, John Dramani Mahama, was vice president and president. So if there is any contention which is in relation to illegal mining activities, now president say to his knowledge, as at the time or kasane de, say na bibi say koso o matwa so, ana bibi sa nkoso a, which is also the positioner, Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, at the Aba Outer, on what basis and a former President Mahama say President Akufo-Addo clear Akonta mining. It is unfair if you take the president out of context and take him out of his specific statements. Now would the creativity be for political capital? It is unfair.
So is it just to suggest that there's ongoing investigation on this matter of Akonta mining?
That is what the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources stated. That is what the press statement that came out stated. I don't have any contrary information. So I know, say, yes, they were doing investigation. And until say, Omomo Beba say, your outcome, this is your final position on ABCD, no. Omomo no more, your friend is saying, staff on the ground, and also Omotubo for that specific area. And I say areas are now, you was our contentious issues, and I say, no, as to what they were doing. Is it Nimri? Yes. Forest. And to know, omumu pe and information adequately to come out say these are the findings. And your obia person the complaint ko be no mo prosecutor. I am 100% behind every anti-corruption agency ayate. Now the president in the Office of Special Prosecutor.
But the last time on Newsfile, the Office of the Special Prosecutor, I think 2 weeks back, if I'm correct, complained about the unpreparedness of this administration to fight corruption.
In terms of what? Maintain until unless I'm privy to a specific comment.
Yeah, I'll get those.
Is it because of money, sir, or is it because of bursary support? So what I say, a year commitment is in a lot of ways. And you know, maybe it can be in relation to salaries and abibisa. I wish I was.
But the commitment of your government in fighting corruption,
the government is committed. The government, the evidence of that commitment, no cramponi say, obia okay. So be crampo e be oni abane nyaadwene, but abane to no say ye gidi say or no betima the corruption no fighting anymore to onkot now. Is it not evidence of the commitment? It is evidence of the commitment. The establishment of the office, obi krabeka say ene sika mo de beka kosi sa office ne de nka mo fan kosi chip compound bi o mekras ananya sa. But it's a priority among priorities. Inti na aban no to sika ye two offices si honom ya chechire mra ni nyina. If people know the process you go through just to even get a law mra say nyadwuma ha, you won't even say the aban no is not committed, because mra no mpo e de chechire adwuma no kra na eda ho afebo aban ko aban ba obi a wo pepa bia be digana so obe use the aye adwuma enti to vaguely say aban no nya committed there. Okay,
so this is my joy online. I have not seen much commitment from government in fighting corruption. Kisia Jeben, and let me read. Special Prosecutor Kisia Jeben has questioned the commitment of government in rooting out corruption in the country. According to him, he has not seen much support from the state in dealing with the menace. Speaking on the 3rd edition of the Joy Change Speaker Series on Newsfile, he noted that over the period, he has only seen lip service being paid to fight without any substantial commitment. This, he said, must be changed in order for the country to make meaningful inroads in the fight against corruption. On the part of government, is the government ready for the fight against corruption? From where I sit, I have not seen much. I have not seen much commitment. I have heard lip service on too many occasions paid to fight against corruption, he stated on Saturday. While urging the government to improve its commitment in that regard, he also called on Parliament and the generality of the citizens to be more dedicated to fighting corruption collectively. This, he said, will complement the efforts of his office and other relevant state agencies who are committed to making corruption a thing of the past. If we want to fight corruption, we must all get involved, he urged. He pledged that the OSP will protect all those who provide information Okay, so that's basically the point is coming
from. There is one aspect of his comments that I agree with, and another aspect I think is vague. For instance, if you say you haven't seen much, you know much is subjective. In Ebia specifically, or also say Ebia
much commitment from government, which is what?
Subjective, which is what? Ebia will say, na ye pe Ebia cars bear say 30. And Ebia my one.
Assemble some
way, yes, say a kokano, or musi inja. So at masi. And no, they're near your teacher now. But we no any specific, vague. But there is another aspect of his call. I mean, you say a collective effort. Say name Missy no. Say bibi koso wa say now say one can. Ebia omampenyi in office, special prosecutor in office. Or no one who near koso hono. And no, the general attitude of us as Ghanaians to volunteer information, to put ourselves forward, say ye beka no kreni ye beboa manhwehwe mu bi akoso in the face of threats aya anka say face. Any a general attitude. Me say omani be ye start free me no. Sa me meti hoyi. Me say me nya corrupt. Me nya imagine say me corrupt. Any what say oh ye court ye say ye the politician bi kwa akogina say ni bi aka hu say me nka ho. I mean, you have to first of all be accountable for your own actions and our inactions. In general attitudes, in the sense, you be all these security agencies and anti-corruption institutions, you be volunteer information among. Or be better me the asema kona witness and say me can farmer no asema ma dey na be. Say be sida. Yem fa asem ko CID mo invite investigator no man ka say me person me no mo be me interested. E dey na be ya asaban. Ya ban ya sede ene na egusu ye. Ene say bursary support auditor general special prosecutor Shraj akohoma esese eko no mutu adwumayefo ka no munya bi from operational expenses. Ne say wo si gina say be investigation omu wo sika to file all the processes. Omu osika omde be bo a lawyer for chidom omde be gada investigation eno ne aban no commitment to me na aka ni nyina emra no any autonomy no emra no the amount and no this idea about oh I haven't seen much no I would have appreciated say or beka specific say anamo A B C and aban na 2 me gidi say omo ka so omo be ye we then so lip service because we na amo obi adwene mai ni bebre yeah thank you so well ebia specifically or can say ABC obi nso be gina bia ka say na me na wonya adwene aban na ye bi ana anya sa enti no me gidi say me de me say utumra no akiresi obeka aka no preko enka kasa preko
so be joining the last 10 minutes okay but nyoma minister me be joining 0302-211-701 equals 4 0302-211-701 equals a year 4. And you want me quickly updates on COVID and engagement with our ministers, director generals, and chief executives. No, we will continue.
Me pa trying Ministry of Information. No, ye ni so adi hunu. Ene se ebe ma information na atre akoba bia. Ne etosu mienu ne edi kan boss no ne se access to information. So be pay information a free any public entity who any kwan so omo bre. Ese se mra ebo mu chi don na ne etosu miensa no capacity. Ye try onim see ye share media capacity enhancement program. Afi pepe ni January last year. Any year first cohort no. Ebi o ha na esika sem for me bo modern say ye betimi aboa ye be ya ho boa ye be boa ma ya the next cohort.
Ms. Ampacho, mama first Sami na afi Ms. Ambra back na be wrap up my. Sami, marching apom ti say. Oh, Sami uti o one san way you are no wadaroma 2023. Take a position, don't do that. Sami marching. But my feed in conform kakra be said be. Mo feed in conform say e bit medin komo ye brain ho. What say be saying? Okay, so Sami, whilst you are doing it, Anita Bakayensa, Anita Machin and Apom to say. Hello, Anita. Anita Machin. Oh, Okay, so Anita, so my minister Konkomo, so nobody and I bring it in her. Me bisa say, that interactions need be an COVID update.
Last year, minister's press briefing kwanye 60.
Okay.
Let's just say 52 weeks and I say now actually be okra twice.
There are suggestions say moon shifting from Accra. Moon call other regions, you know.
Who say you invite regional ministers no, and one so be a briefing wa ha. Ni ani so ade hunu ne say ebe call regions no. Ba wonim live production akade ne ho akohoma ne ho asem. Yesusu ye na sikasem mu na ebibia.
Okay, obi aba want to good morning apom ti say.
But nyame adom ho be na mo so e.
O nyame adom boko.
Yeah, that's it. O man nyame shira mo ne ma pa mo bona no pe ye na ye ma me Fatima so ye na na sibi pre fa. Wa ma ya te sembi pre ase anopai. Nti dia yesre aban no se edrume bia aban nyuma hodo no so a ewo ase especially ewo district assembly no so so mo depend information ahodo a office na kasa de mo ewo soro ho na edrume bia mo so any efra ewo niema bibiri ho ntia ka bi omo so as information ministry no omo so embra ase to bia constituencies bia district any aban enyuma na ko kasa so info mani meto form share ade kakra emai na omahene the chat also ye education on so information minister then so education teacher for na post on be bring so staff I so akam why information minister the bia na him ya no bia omayi because it be martin from March last year after I dis no embai.
Okay.
Omahene
yo same una obetwa to office brena sokra na same mache Sabe Mache?
Yeah.
But what are with you?
Mine no one some more can. Hello?
What's with you?
If I can tell mine and one some more can. 2016, I'm here, more so. That mine here. Now, China phone it to me the good. A friend saying, paint you rubber, no, the cop. That time, many of my sister more fight it. That corruption na ekoso e permanent in no but that means say former president na or the 40% of the good no e bo GDP growth at it na there yeah so yet say the good na ekwaje oil na fe mo fight the better economy no ayi e mu maintain the ekoso.
All right, yeah, that's it. Minister Mejidi say next week is also show schedules need. Because we just come on, wait to be just a second. It maybe remember na hangi ho. Na what to me because of a bridge. What my rapport up here. Then we can just make another appointment.
Yo, me rapport up no. Na me kase me magana fo nyina afishapa. Mejidi say 2022 na ya afibia na emu odin. Your president Krabe kase economic crisis mo. Na aban na ni so ade hunu ne say ye betimi ahyehyɛ recovery program bia ebeboa me ye free baby mu odin na kɔ baby aga na fo nso ho behinha ho eno ne ani so ade hunu a ye guso ayeko na ni titru ewom ene say ye try to mop up revenue mobilization ye trying to increase local production na fe nso so say be ya fiscal responsibility be cut government expenditure titru me gide say these are 3 of the 7 principles am gidi said dey be konkan.
Okay.
Enti Ghana for mo ye chidom na sa na morning hyehyɛ na ye hyehyɛ especially with the local production. Ye targeted to cultivate 110,000 acres of local produce say rice na nkeka.
Wow.
Unim se kumawu nko a NSS. Unim NSS. Omo secure 50,000 acres. E o kumawu omo de bedomo. Omo cultivate 2,000 acres dadaw. That cresa or ma on abu asibedi ukofon ne kohwe ade ekoso o bronya yi unse the local rights do na na di
yes
enti no eniema ekoso a ye focus towards economic recovery no Ghana from mo ye chidom na
very
much mu no ye betimi a
very much fortunate bo akodua kuma woman hene ye da say 50,000 wow acres. So ye bada as minister one word in your language fe camera na ka che nkofo.
Yo, mabise kwem nam posi azozo ya big nwa Fatimatu Abubakar nete yompal when am no son katetoma usa kentum mposi ya usa.
family Mposi house.
Me mama fish apa. Say na me ma ye adwuma nko nkan.
Good. Yes.